So we just dropped off Jet Jameson, Jody's son, had a sleepover. He's a good kid. He's friends with Ollie and Ava. They go to the same school just up the street here. Just watching my cameras. I'm backing up. So where were we? We were going to talk about the 2-year-olds now. Gave everybody a little insight into the 3-year-olds. What's up with the 3-year-olds? What's going on with them? Which ones are on shaky ground, so to speak? Which ones have been sold? Which ones are staying? We're going to do the same with the 2-year-olds. What's going on with these 2-year-olds? Which ones are staying? Which ones aren't? Adrenaline Rush finished last night. Outside Post, we knew it was probably going to be a futile effort. Finished off his year tired. I didn't like to see that, but you know, we, as I say all the time, we play the hand we're dealt. We certainly did there. Beef and Cheddar's gone out to the field now back to Adrenaline Rush. He's going out to the field very quickly. I'm going to give him a good 2.5 months just to rest up. Beef and Cheddar has gone out to the field. We'll bring him back mid-December. As I'd said to Matt had said he wanted to give him a few months. I'm not a big fan of giving horses 3 months off. I think they lose a lot more than they get. If we have issues to deal with, then fine, that's one thing. But Beef and Cheddar has some minor issues. He's just gotta grow up. So hopefully he's in a place where he can run. He can eat what grass is left, and have some fun in the field. But we'll be grabbing him mid-December. Braemar has gone out to the field now. He had a pretty good year. I got looking at his lines last night. I don't think maybe his first qualifier, but every other race was 56, 57, and 3 of his last 4 were 53. 2 of them were wins. So Braemar had a very productive year. I know that a couple of James and Simon Allard wanted to geld him. I said, he's too ornery in the race. I think he's just green. You know, I never had a problem with Braemar, and I'm certainly not gelding him now. So Braemar will remain a stallion, a stud. He'll be turned out at Winterwood for a good 2 months, and then we'll bring him back, maybe 2.5. We'll bring him back. I think he's going to be an extremely large and fast, hopefully, 3-year-old. Better's Hope will be coming back in. I think Kevin wanted to give him 3 months. He thought that there was a couple of issues bubbling up that needed addressing with Better's Hope. I think he spent 2 weeks in the stall, and we'll give him a good 8 or 9 weeks in the field, and then we'll bring him back. Brilliant Corners has the Harvest Series. It's hard this time of year. Are they a little tired? Were they just not good enough? Could they not pace fast enough? Brilliant Corners pace 53. Looked like a beaten 53. But we'll see how he looks when they're not going in 53. And I think the Harvest Series would be a better fit for him. If it's not, then we can shut him down. We'll shut him down, give him a good 2 months to come back. I think he's gone the opposite, or the rarest route of all. He went from being a very frustrating animal to deal with to being a nice horse, and it's usually the other way around. So very happy with Brilliant Corners and what he's done this year in 2020. Broadway Roll really is just playing a role where she's going to get a little rest, come back in, probably race her all winter in London. If we have an opportunity to sell her, we will likely move her. But for now, I think she's going to be an effective horse in the winter. If she's not, the latter part of that plan will become the front of that plan, where we just move her along. Cambridge Star, he qualified 2-3, 2-4. I think he had time to grow up. I think he's going to be a nice horse for us, for me. I own like 94% of him. But he always had that attitude, the will to do his work. We just didn't have a class for him to do that work in. It's still a little bright out. We didn't really have a class for him to do that work in, so I opted to just turn him out. So we turned him out for a couple of months, brought him back in. He's training back now. By all accounts, he looks good. He is good, and I hope he stays that way. So that's Cambridge Star. That's better. Can't Muscle Me is training back now. Mario has her on his side. He said, Mario? No, Harry has Can't Muscle Me. Because I was going to say, he said he likes her, but then I said, I don't remember Mario saying that, because it was Harry that said that. Can't Muscle Me has been training back good. Her half-sister sold last day at Lexington for $16,000. I almost bought her. We had too many horses at that point. But Haley probably deserved a little more money for that filly. She was bigger than Can't Muscle Me and a good-looking filly. And I think Can't Muscle Me maybe hurt her because she didn't race, but Can't Muscle Me's no slouch, and I'm really eager to see what she's going to turn into this winter. Captain's Maid We'll probably get another 2 weeks off. We'll bring her back, race her in the fall. If it looks like she's going to be in the winter, it looks like she's going to be an effective 3-year-old, then we'll switch plans with her. But for now, the plan is to maximize what we can, decide what her route is. As a broodmare, she's worth money. She's already got a pretty good mark as a 2-year-old. She'll take a good 3-year-old mark. Really, a multitude of paths are open for Captain's Mate, and we'll decide which one is the most effective one for all of us. Carrie Big Stick has been training down. I know that Harry's just putting work into him. I saw him the other day, when I was here last time. I thought he looked good. I have not seen him on the track, and I think he'll still be at least a month or so away. So Carrie Big Stick, I'm eager to get back and get going with a couple of these horses myself. Cut the Line is training down. She'll be ready to go very soon. Eternity Road, I think he's been started training slow miles. Just taking our time with Eternity Road. Make no mistake, your memory can't be that short. Eternity Road was our best colt training down, was a very good horse. Ran into a little snafu right before qualifying him and opted to shut him down. It wasn't a lameness issue that came up. It was a lingering issue that had bothered him since he was a baby, and we opted to address it firmly and aggressively rather than rolling any sort of dice with him. First Glance is racing tonight at Flamborough. He's had a great year, quietly, that little horse. I suspect he'll have a good race tonight. Probably time.
Needs hugs and kisses.
What's that, buddy?
He only needs
hugs and kisses. He's a nice horse. You like him.
That's what makes him win.
That's what makes him win? All right. Well, you better get down and hug and kiss him before tonight. So First Glance, probably his last start of the year will be tonight, I suspect. Fox Valley Britsko will be coming back in very soon. If he's not already in, now we want to give him a month. So he'll be coming back in. He might be probably coming back to Canada with us towards the end of October. Fairly Fringe is training down. I suspect she's been in 215 now. She looks like $1 million. I saw her at the farm yesterday. We'll see her again in a minute. She looks really good. Girls with Swirls is training down. I'll give you a little heads up when she gets to around 210. I think she's been around 215, 220, I believe. Ish. Gray is the New Red is going to race this week coming, next week coming. So hopefully a week from Monday at the Meadows. Gray is the New Red will race. I was really impressed with what she showed the other day. You know, I really made a travesty of her first 2 starts. Made a break at the fair, got parked the whole way in Delaware. Just an absolute travesty. And Tony Hall, runner up the woods, fished her out wide down the lane. She had lots of pace on the end of the mile. Was impressed with her. Kind of eager to see what she's going to do. We'll probably race her 2, 3, 4 more times and then cut her loose, shut her down. GW Chrome's got 1 race left. I was a little eager to call Jason the other day. His last quarter in 32 was unimpressive. What happened there? I was worried he bled. Obviously, he didn't. He said he scoped great. They took his blood and his liver count was high. So I told you guys this before with globetrotting. When their liver counts jump, they can't function. So it's a matter of working with the veterinarian to treat that issue with his liver. I'd love to tell you what caused it. There could be a million reasons that caused it. So rather than try and pull your hair out trying to figure out why, you're better just to treat the symptoms than try and figure out what is going on with him. It isn't something that comes up often, but it is there right now. So knowing that, I think he'll train better this week and come into a $75,000 consolation race, sharp as a tack, next Saturday. Holy Chick looks awesome. She's been in 220. She'll be ready to go probably within the next month or so. She looks really, really good. Italian Great is back going now. We gave him a month off. I suspect we'll race him this winter. Which path does he fall into? Is he a keeper? Is he a mover? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to let him tell us when we get him racing this winter. Aglariam trained in 58 the other day. She's got a stake race in Philadelphia next Friday. She's racing in the Simpson Memorial. I'm going to fly down to Philadelphia from Pittsburgh and race her. Now that I say that out loud, I should ask Tim if there's anybody else worth entering. I see there's an onwards of 7,000 on that day. Maybe White Tiger could take a road trip. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm a Lovely Lady is going to race for 75,000 next Saturday at Northfield Park. We had to scratch her because she had a little pus pocket in her foot that popped out. Jason said she's back 100% now. He said 99. She'll be 100 by Monday, and she'll be ready to go for that consolation final next week at Northfield. She should be one of the contenders in there. Just need a good draw, and I think we should be all right. I'm Hill on Wheels, got all his vet work done, got everything done. He's ready to start back in 1 month. We'll have him ready for the springtime of 2021. Jazzy Judy did not have a good final. 9-5 favorite, blew up, made a break, did not look comfortable on the track. I had her shipped back to the Meadows immediately. I will now work on her with Tim and maybe get her to Jason. But Jason's leaving here in another 2 weeks, so I'm going to be in the Meadows this week in Northfield. Want to take a look at Judy, see what we're going to do with her, see if we can get her back on track. Jesse Balboa is training down now. He'll be another horse ready for wintertime here in Ontario. Keystone Raven. Took her to the vet the other day. That sesamoid that we had the chip removed was bugging her a little bit. So the vet said it was just some residual, maybe like arthritis type thing. It's racehorse stuff. Not really the end of the world. We had cryoed her sesamoid, injected her ankle, and we're going to give her a week of easiness. She had been in 220, I believe, and is heading towards the track, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's Roll On is back working now in Ohio with Jason in Northfield. He'll be coming back to Canada with us. Miss Meringue won't. She's going to stay out in the field, and Mama Knows Best will be heading to the field after the final in Northfield this coming Saturday. My Jazz going to get lots of time. Oh, Jazzy girl. She'll be back with us around Christmas time, I think, of this year. No free lunches, got the Harvest Series left. Missed out making the gold final with him, but that happens. We will make the Harvest Series for sure with him. First lag comes up in about a week. Northern Blizzard made a breakdown. This is probably one of the most frustrating horses for the entire year of 2020. Really frustrated. They tell me how good he trained, he was ready to go, and then he makes a break in London. I told James I'd like to race him once more at Mohawk in the 2-year-old maiden, if it fills, and then turn him out. If not, I'll just push to turn him out. I know it's going to take a lot of patience for a lot of our clients to say, geez, I'm looking at his lines and they look like crap. Why are we keeping this horse? He's got talent, a lot of talent. It's probably, as I said, this is filed under one of the frustrating horses the entire year of 2020. Hopefully you can grow up and come back. Off-Road Hanover's training down now. She trained good. He trained good on... I skipped over Barbie's Crown. What did I do that for? The reason I skipped over Barbie's Crown, and I know Barbie's Crown, is because she beat Off-Road Hanover at the wire. Amy told me training the other day. Both trained very, very good. Perfect Record made a break. For those of you who say, well, Perfect Record maybe he's not that good. I don't mind him. In fact, I like him so much I bought his sister. His Swan for All sister, Loving Beauty, is a beautiful filly. We bought her in Lexington on day 5. I think that Perfect Record is a decent future for us. Obviously, I'm a little frustrated and disappointed with the way the productivity from him in the year 2020, but we'll see what happens. I'll be back in another week or so and start working on him. Rose Run Why Not will continue to race a couple of times at the Meadows. I think it's more or less, to me, when I looked at her race the other day, I thought the hobbles were tight. So we're going to switch her hobbles up, switch her gear up, see if we can make her a little more comfortable. It doesn't matter how she trained down or what she did training down. She's here now. So we're going to make some adjustments to her as from what I saw on the video, and I suspect we'll have a much more favorable ending to that story in her next race. Set the Mood is getting very close. I think John told me he'd been at 214. I talked to Harry. I'm going to talk to Harry about him today. Really excited. This is a big, strong colt that had a lot of talent, but had some real issues training down. If he's been in 14 and Harry hasn't called me to tell me there's any issues, that must mean he looks good. So I can't wait to see how he looks on the track. So Admirable, another filly we gave about a month off to freshen up, bring her back in the winter time, see how she does, and then we'll make a decision on what we're doing with her. Cyrus Blue Chip, same thing, but we're going to give him a lot more time. This is a very well-bred horse that's been bumpy since the day we broke him. You know, has never ever got the report that he's 100% sound racing. We're going to turn him out for quite a while and see if we can let him relax, let him cool down, and see how he comes back. Stacy Hanover's going to be coming back in about 3 weeks. I want to give her a month. You know, she qualified, she did her work. I'm going to give her a month and get her ready to race this winter. Sunshine of May, we sold. There's one. She gone. Sold her the other day. She just wasn't productive. Wasn't productive enough, and nothing to do with it. Yeah, nothing to do with her. She just wasn't good. That was May May. Now May May is gone. Oh, Mommy turned a bunch of the babies out. Look, there's the white-faced Walner colt. Oh my God, that's a beautiful colt. So smart.
No, that's really blue chip.
Oh, wow. Ollie just upped me. Look at the old Ollie bear. Right on the ball. I was just about to say, I don't think that is the colt. And Ollie said, that's not him. That's really Blue Chip. Good boy, Ollie. You're right. That is really. My God, she's put on weight. Finally, we got the big girl back under control. Tell you one thing, Shelby and Johnny and Teresa have done an absolutely fantastic job with this filly. Goodness. Good for them.
The white face one has more stripes.
That's right, he has more stripes. Good call, Ollie. Where were we? We were at Cyrus Blue Chip giving them time off. Stacy Hanover, she'll be back soon. Sweet Ambitions, she's all done for the season. She's right on the cusp. I almost sold her a couple of times, but she does have talent. She does have breeding. I was pretty happy with her. Her brother sold for quite a bit of money, I think, in Lexington, if I'm not mistaken. I know the one out of her sister sold for $150. So I don't have to really tell you there's residual value here just on the prices I've seen from her family. This is a Brittany Farms filly, and there is some value there when it comes to Sweet Ambitions. Tanzanite Trick's been a frustrating case. Kevin, what's that?
Did you sell her?
Sell who, honey?
Tansy.
No, I didn't sell Tansy. Tansy's okay. Just trying to get her back on track. She's showing some spots where she could go. Gavin was going to train her up Tuesday. I know he's stalling, hoping that she'll come forward in a big way, and I'll have a conversation with her this week. She's ready to go. Just what that looks like, I'm not sure yet. That's My Girl is going to race once more at the Meadows for sure. If she wins that start, we will turn her out for the season. Tipsy and Dixie, that was tough to watch last night. I don't know what in the hell Louis was thinking. James moved, kind of floated up alongside Louis, and Louis left him there, and then Louis almost caused an accident coming out of the last turn. I mean, Tipsy and Dixie's one of the best horses in the division, and Gasser with that thing was frustrating to watch. Obviously, I'm biased, still very angry about it, but Tipsy dead heated for 4th in the biggest race of the year. Very frustrating to watch. Walk on the Moon, talk about frustrating cases. His eye is getting good. The prognosis was guarded and hopeful. Now the prognosis is good to excellent. We'll see how that progresses. Obviously, as I said to our clients, my partners on the horse, he's not going to race the rest of 2020. You can't stand him in the stall for 4 weeks and then start him back up. It makes no sense. He's in the stall. Any of the baby issues he had would have been healed along with hopefully that eye with time, and then we will give him some time in the field, let him grow up, and bring him back. Not without saying that there was some missteps with Walk on the Moon, but those were hindsight 2020 things. And for a colt that really didn't have the best year he could have, he still packed away $32,000. Hopefully he can come back good. His eye will heal up, and he'll be a much, much better 3-year-old. Let's hope for that. Warwi was up. He begins his treatment this week for that tendon that had the little hole in it. We'll fix him up. He'll be ready to go in the spring of 2021. Warwi, welcome. We gave her time off. Schooled her in 2-2. He said she seems all right. She seems a little flat. Well, maybe she's tired. Every horse is a little bit different, and she could be tired. If she is, she's going to get time off, and that's exactly what we're going to do with Warwi. Welcome. Well and Down certainly deserved her time off. Paced 53-4 her last start. She's out in the field now. Be out for a couple of months, and then Won My Heart Hanover, training back now. Should be ready to go in about a month. Anyway, that's all the 3-year-olds. That's what's up with them. That's what we're trying to do with them. That's what we're going to do with them. That's all the babies. That's all the 2-year-olds, all the 3-year-olds, all the stables. That is everything. I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.